Still Abington with a lot of work to do on 3rd and 12.
Okay, Mikey, yep, it did it again. Did it again.
Benson rolls out to the right. Pass over the intended receiver's head. Intended receiver is number 8, Dan Mahan. We'll have a 4th down and the punting team on again. And they're getting a lot of work for Abington tonight. Once again, Trey Hadrick will go back to receive the punt from the Ghosts.
Okay, Trey. This the same guy kicking this got hurt? Ooh.
Jimmy Davis once again comes flying through there. A good bounce for Abington. That ball will go to the 41-yard line. But Jimmy Davis has been getting a great jump off of there. He's been really close to blocking a lot of kicks tonight.
Absolutely, and we've been calling a lot of names. Jimmy Davis, we haven't called probably as much as we should have because he's been in on a lot of plays and has been a big special team player. And that time, punter got off a pretty good punt despite Davis's pressure. Trey Hadrick, again, doing the smart thing, let it bounce. Another key to this Eagle team this year, Greg, really selfless, really completely egoless. They just do the smart play, not the play that's going to get the glory, and they let their stars take over. But boy, we've called a lot of names tonight. There are a lot of players producing tonight.
So on 1st down, the pitch is to Audley Stewart. We saw him that great run in the first half. He'll gain 3 or 4 yards on that carry. Stopped by number 22, John Connor. Number 33, Mike Carty. Norristown giving Troy Swittenberg a little bit of a rest here as we get later on into the 4th quarter.
And I would expect this to be it for Swittenberg, up to 27 carries tonight. I have him unofficially at 157 yards, so Troy Swittenberg has certainly put in a full night. About his average for the season, carries and yardage.
The 2nd and 6 for the Eagles. Stewart up the middle. He'll fight to get closer to the 1st down marker. The Eagles really, they fight for every yard they can get, and that'll really help when they play even better teams.
Yeah, and there's no wasted energy, there's no wasted motion. Everything is straight ahead, because when you have a line like that, it's a waste of time to go anything but straight ahead. Obviously, they have some backs who have tremendous speed, and when they get that chance to turn that corner, they will. But even that is a decisive motion, and when the play is called, everybody seems very committed to running that play, and they're running it hard, and with that line up front, they're getting good yardage.
3rd and 3 now for the Eagles. Handoff is to Audley Stewart. I believe he gets the 1st down there. That's the thing with the Eagles. They have Troy Swittenberg and Darrell Johnson on the sidelines, and Audley Stewart's in doing the job right now.
Yeah, you don't see much of a difference except that it's a little more of a power game, but that's because it's late in the game. The line now is driving straight ahead, and Audley Stewart's following it.
Norristown on the other side of midfield now. Two wide receivers to this side, number 88, Ernie Terrell, and number 7, Carl Moore. Handoff is to Stewart, slashing through. There's a flag on the play. Think that one's coming back, Walt?
Yeah, usually in that tight, as Audley Stewart ran by, it's going to be some sort of foul on the block, some sort of infraction from one of the players trying to block. And it was. Somebody got clipped down there to free Audley Stewart.
That run will come back. Audley Stewart broke through there and showed a burst of speed. He shot through that hole, and all of a sudden he was into the backfield. That ball will come back and it'll be 1st and 18 for the Norristown Eagles.
See some other people on that line now for the Eagles. Chris Brown, number 56, playing at an offensive tackle position. We announced him as a starter, but Pete Toto got a lot of the work, as well as Brown tonight.
Well, Norristown has a long ways to go to get a first down. Blake, the handoff to Stewart. He turns the corner on a guy. Great moves by Audley Stewart. And he said, okay, you brought it back one time on the penalty. I'll just do it again.
Just more yardage for me.
34 and 1.
No problem.
And really a great inside move by Audley Stewart. He's got tremendous footwork, great balance, just turn a defender around. Not many of these Norristown backs who you can tackle one-on-one in open field. And Audley Stewart just added his name to that list.
I thought you had it.
There's a lot of Abington players right now who are thinking, is there any guy on this team who can't make a great move? They probably think the offensive line could probably make some nice cutbacks right now. So first down, here's it. Trey Hadrick is the quarterback now.
Woo!
Up the middle with number 8, Brian Gordon. A little bit of a different mix there for the Norristown Eagles. Trey Hadrick would have been in as kind of a flanker position, now at quarterback.
And the single digits tonight for Norristown are just killing the Abington Ghosts. Troy Swittenberg, number 1. We talked about the damage he's done to the Ghosts. Damian Solomon, number 2. You're seeing Brian Gordon, number 8. Trey Hadrick, number 9 at quarterback. And some great running on this drive by Audley Stewart, number 5. So single digits coming at the Ghosts, but they have to be seeing double by now.
Now it's Brian Gordon and Audley Stewart in the backfield. Hadrick. He'll hand off to Stewart. A big hit put on Stewart by number 33, Mike Carney, excuse me. That's a huge hit in the backfield right there. You have to figure that the Abington defensive players are trying to take out a little bit of frustration right now with some big hits, maybe just leave a lasting impression.
Sure, there's pride involved, and they know that even though it's a lot of Norristown starters on the offensive line, it's substitutes at the skill positions, the running backs and wide receivers, and now quarterback for the Eagles, so there's definitely some pride involved.
Quick hitter up the middle. Full carry that time, number 8, Brian Gordon. And the Eagles will have a 3rd and 9 on the play. But timeout on the field is number 33, Mike Carney. Appears to be limping off the field. This is good for Norristown, getting people some chances at some different positions and getting to see what some people have.
Sure, and this early in the season, depth is oh so important, especially with all your two-way guys. So these players, I can pretty much guarantee you, will play some role later on in this season. So it's good to get experience now.
Hadrick, the pitch to Stewart. Stewart breaks through that hole. He's looking for the end zone, and he's there. That's a touchdown, folks. That's a great run by Audley Stewart. He got to that end zone really quickly.
Yeah, again, no wasted time, and he also was untouched. The key there, the block by Brian Gordon. That offensive line is just completely closing everything up on the side that Norristown's running to. It's a wall. Abington absolutely can't get around it, and all Abington has to make a tackle is that one defensive back coming up outside their defensive end. And so far, the Norristown blocking backs, Darryl Johnson and that time Brian Gordon, have been taking care of that man easily one-on-one.
And Walt, it was really, you could see the hole that Stewart was able to get through. There was a huge hole opened up, and he just ran straight through it and looking for the end zone. Kevin Qualley on to attempt the extra point now. And it's good. So once again, no rhyme or reason to the system that the Norristown Eagles are using with their kickers, but it's been successful, and it's 48-15 with 2:38 left in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, for those college football fans, I think Roger Grove's been talking to Steve Spurrier down at University of Florida. He likes to rotate his quarterbacks in and out. Roger Grove certainly doesn't need to do that with Chris Blake at quarterback, but it seems to be working with his kicking game.
Why not? Just makes life more exciting, right?
Well, what the heck, if you're going to get these soccer players out here, you got to get the uniforms dirty, right?
Uh-huh. Well, we got another game under the lights tomorrow night, so that's one's up in Quakertown, so we're playing in darkness all this weekend, but
I thought you soccer players like to get to bed early.
If football is as exciting as this, I don't know if I want to go to bed early. I probably won't be able to sleep all night because we've been screaming people's names all night. So Kevin Qualley on the kick. Once again, short kick. Bounces down on the field. Breaks through. He's got one man to beat. Good job there by Audley Stewart to slow down the return man. Ball was picked up by Dan Mahan. He turned it to about the 48-yard line. So good field position for Abington.
And yeah, that time the chaos of the short kick worked in Abington's favor as one player sort of fumbled it, and then Mahan came right behind him, scooped it up, and was off to the races. But Mahan, not with the speed that the Norristown defenders have, tried to cut back inside. Good tackle up there.
So Abington 1st and 10. Quick hitter up the middle, once again, unsuccessful. New quarterback for the Abington Ghosts is Dave Heyman. Abington putting some new players onto the field. Hey, everybody gets dressed. You might as well use everybody, right? So Abington on 2nd and 9. Heyman just got rid of that ball. He might have been a better option to keep it because Norristown defense, it looked like there was 5 guys on Heyman and 5 guys on the ball carrier, number 21.
Yeah, when the option takes that long to develop, it's going to give a quick defense like Norristown's plenty of time to pursue and string it out. When you get that close to the sideline, there is not going to be a lot of room once that ball gets pitched. And that time Heyman sort of hung his ball carrier out to dry.
And they went from this near side to that far side, so that's a long run. Cross field, you don't have a lot to get upfield. Third down. Norristown defense makes the stop. And close to the first down marker, and they got it.
31.
So Abington moving the ball late in the game here. Obviously insignificant, but good for some of these Abington players and for some of the Norristown players to get some time here during a varsity game. First down for Abington from the 40-yard line. Heyman the handoff. A spin move, and he got hit really hard right there. Abington looking to get one more playoff before the final buzzer.
Get it off.
Running play to the outside. And that'll do it, folks. Norristown Eagles with a very impressive performance tonight, a 48-15 victory over the Abington Ghosts. A great all-around performance by the Norristown Eagles. Folks, we'll be back to wrap up this game in just a moment. Welcome back to Roosevelt Field, where the Eagles beat the Ghost of Abington 48-15 tonight. Well, what was really the difference in tonight's game?
Well, the difference came early. I mean, I think the difference was definitely on the line of scrimmage, offensively and defensively. The Eagles definitely won those battles, but they were allowed to win them because Abington made some early mistakes. A fumble and a fumble on special teams really gave Norristown good field position, allowed them to assert themselves with their power offense, and then once they were up from there, they just pretty much did anything they wanted to with the Ghost defense.
Well, speaking of the Ghost defense, they were looking behind them, looking for the Norristown offense pretty much all night, putting up 48 points. That's a great offensive night for the Eagles.
Absolutely. I mean, 48 points and not a defensive touchdown in the bunch. They did have some good field position that was given to them by their defense, but all of them on offense. Troy Swittenberg, another fabulous game, 3 TDs, couple of long touchdown runs, one of 19 yards. He had a total of 157 yards, so right about where Troy Swittenberg's been the past 2 that was with him resting the whole fourth quarter. And Chris Blake, probably the best game I've seen him play. I don't know the numbers in his past games, but absolutely a tremendous game. 9 for 15, including a perfect 5 for 5 in the second half. He threw for 160 yards and 3 TDs. One of them to Trey Hadrick, of course, the one in the first half to Ernie Terrell, and the one to Darrell Johnson right before the end of the first half. So Chris Blake led this team just with a lot of poise, a lot of confidence tonight.
And as great as the offense was, you really have to think about the Norristown defense too. They really did play a great game tonight.
Absolutely. I mean, Abington got a couple chances where they had pretty good field position. Norristown just didn't let them get anywhere. And again, the plays that are slow to develop, Norristown just swarms all over those plays. And Abington showed a little bit of a passing attack to start the game, but then Norristown dropped a few men back. Again, they were very versatile in their defense. They went with 4-man lines as the game got more and more out of hand. They dropped more people into coverage, and they used those quick linebackers just to cover all over the field and give the Abington quarterbacks no time to throw.
Okay, well, once again, we want to thank the Norristown Area School District for bringing you tonight's game. Mr. Tony Coy, Director of Communications, Mr. Sam Galbraith, Director and Producer tonight. Our camera people, Adrian Williams, Amy Gasson, and Jocelyn Hadrick. And our official NHS statistician, Garrett Hickman. For Walt Fry, I'm Greg Fry, and we'll see you next time on Norristown Eagles Football.